can't like get up and go into other people's offices now and be like, "Hey, do this shit now."
I mean, you can, just now it's a felony.
Yeah. Welcome to the newest installment of the Bloody and Sutty show. I am SuttySmash with featured artist Wee Baby Samara.
I am Bloody the Elf, and welcome to the show for jackasses by jackasses. We have a solid show today. You know what we're doing today? We're just broing out. Yep. It's like we were gonna do like a real show, but it's like I don't know. I'm doing this with my hands, but
we're gonna do a real one, real show.
Yeah, it's just sometimes it's better just to bro out for a bit. I think those are the most entertaining, at least for me.
Yeah, me too. I have fun with them. Samara agrees.
Clearly. I don't really. What it came down to is I don't want to do any show prep.
Yeah,
like I'll get some this week in dumb stories, and that's about as much as I'm willing to invest.
I got 2 of those.
We're gonna go 6 deep today, then.
Ooh, and I got a nice lineup for you as well for Rotten Tomatoes.
Good.
So yeah, that's what we have in store, and then we're gonna do some Fallout 76, Otra vez.
Oh, I meant to ask you, what does otra vez mean?
Again.
Otra vez, otra vez, otra vez. I'm burning incense because I'm a hippie now, evidently.
Oh, fucking hippie.
So I can't help it. It makes my room smell real nice.
Does it?
Yeah. And I have a litter box like 20 feet to my left. So it's like, I really...
Probably should.
Probably. Well, I mean, I clean it regularly, but... The essential oils Lux is talking about. I have an oil burner, but I ran out of oil to burn.
Where you going, baby?
So now I just get ashes everywhere. It's like a fucking crematorium in here. I got like 30 people burned up behind me. So what are you gonna do?
That's awesome.
Bro, I have a question for you.
I have an answer.
How do you feel about liquid cooling?
It terrifies me.
It's scary, right?
Hold on. There you go. Not the all-in-one, not the all-in-one units. Those aren't as terrifying, right? But
like the stuff that like Corsair makes and shit.
Yeah, those ones are fine. But the ones that are like, hey, fucking, here's some tubing, put this together.
That shit's crazy.
Squirt some shit in there, and hope it doesn't just leak all over your components. That's terrifying.
Have you seen those? What's that?
Mineral oil builds?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yes.
Yep, I was right there with you. Yeah,
because they don't conduct at all.
And it's just like,
drop it in.
Like,
how many people do you think have been completely fucking burnt?
How?
Like the water that they put it in isn't deionized.
Oh yeah.
Like, well, that's the end of that. $2,000.
God, that would be fucking terrible.
How much is deionized water?
I don't know.
If there was only a way to look into this.
to get this information. Oh shit. Maybe, let me see.
Deionized water builds.
Samara.
Deionized
What are you doing?
water build.
Water. EK custom loop, only way to go. Cormac, I don't know what that means. Those are words. Bye. Let me see. Thank you. Bye. Oh, sorry. I need to transfer all of my show prep right now. I realized I forgot to do that.
What'd you forget?
All my show prep is on my phone, so I gotta move it to the ye old fucking what's it called. You know what? I wish I could send my. Can I send myself a message in Discord? Is that possible?
Yeah, why not? I mean, you can always just. Yeah, why not? I guess.
I don't know. Can I? Can you though? I don't think you can.
You know what? All right, I'm getting the wrong information here. Like marginally more expensive than regular water.
Corm, if I haven't seen your PC, put it in my Discord.
Throw it in the Discord. I want to see it too.
I love like I'll do the PC Master Race subreddit and fucking look at people's builds and whatnot, and it's like, ooh man, I'll never be able to afford that, but that looks so nice.
Half of it's just clever LED placing.
Yeah, mine is not. Like my computer has, like
yours is pretty
motherboard-
fucking cool, dude.
It is pretty cool.
It is pretty fucking cool.
I initially went for an all red theme, but I really like the way the motherboard and the graphics card, the rainbow fucking breathing thing.
Yeah.
To where it's all different colors. I'm like, ooh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
So it contrasts with the all red. But my audio card, right, has this bright ass red light. Like it's tripled the amount of light that comes out of the case because there's one red LED on the bottom. It's just like, where?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
laser focus.
Christ. Yeah.
I still want to do a new build.
I'm gonna have to do a new build. I told you about that, right?
What happened?
Oh no, I did tell you about that. Fucking
the people at home don't know.
Oh yeah, okay. So we have computers in basically every room of the house that I've built for the boy and in here obviously, and then in our room, mine and Marie's room for media for like streaming Netflix and connecting to the drive out here that has all my movies and shit on it. And that computer shit the bed recently. It was doing this thing for a while where it would just power itself off. It would just be like, oh no, off now. So
yeah, we're done.
That I thought that it was going to be the power supply because it's old. It's older. It's been about 6 years that I've had that thing.
Yeah.
So
you've had it longer than that.
No, I replaced the power supply a while back.
A long time ago.
The computer, yeah, the computer itself I bought when StarCraft 2 came out.
Yeah.
And then I just started upgrading it piece by piece over time. No worries, Cormac. I'll take a gander.
Did he put it in, or is he doing it later?
He DM'd it to me. He said it's hard to find a specific one on his phone. Ooh, that is sexy. Look at that.
I want to see it. Tell him to send it to me too.
That orange light.
Like he can't fucking hear me right now. Tell him to do it. I need an authority figure. Nope, I just flicked my microphone a little bit.
Well, don't do that.
Okay, first of all, don't ever tell me what to do. I am my own person.
Did.
Okay.
Just fucking did. All right. So I can't DM myself on what's it called? Discord. So
why don't you just email it to yourself?
Bro, anybody can do things the easy way, okay? not a bad idea.
I know.
Because what I used to do is I used to send it to myself in Slack, and then copy it, and then copy it to a notepad. But emailing it sounds way easier. Bam.
You know what my computer does? It's really fucking weird.
What's that?
Just everything in it fucking resets every once in a while. Where like no settings exist anymore.
I love that. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sorry, I got off track, off topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. What resets?
Everything. I gotta like log back into like Outlook, to the extent that I don't even use Outlook anymore. And then I have to like, I log into like, for instance, like uninstall Windows fixes your problem. Yeah, and then causes a slew of new ones. Because nothing fucking works without Windows. Like I have to re-log into every program that I usually use, where it's like, boom, give me a username and password. Luckily, all settings now are stored on a cloud. PM'd it to you.
That
like,
is nice.
Fuck yeah, I want to see it right now. I'm so fucking excited. I want to see this.
Yeah, dude. So I bought a new.
Yes, there it is.
I thought it was a power supply, so I bought a new power
Oh
supply.
shit!
Right, that's pretty.
Dude, his PC is slick.
Right.
Cormac, can we show, or is this for us, our eyes only? Because I will put this shit on camera right now. I don't give a fuck. I love that orange. Oh, even the RAM sticks look fucking sweet. What kind of RAM do you have? Because I'm actually in the... You're green as fuck. Now you're back. Say words. Yep, now you're muted. You make no noise. I see your lips moving, but I can't make out the words. I'm deaf. Oh, there. Now we got this happening. Okay.
Okay, we're good.
I hear you now. Okay, here we go. Bam, look at this setup.
Ooh, sexy.
I want that as mine.
You want it for yours
Yeah.
to have forever?
He did like the real liquid cooling shit too.
Yeah, with the scary shit.
Yeah. Okay, Cormac, how big of a pain in the dick was that? Was it like a walk in the park and we're just pussies, or was it like
Terrifying to do.
yeah?
We're like, oh, this is gonna end badly. Oh man, but yeah, I bought a new power supply, a smaller one because I'm an idiot. Didn't fit the case that I had.
Naturally.
Tested that. That didn't work.
Did you buy it because it was cheaper?
Yes.
Like, oh, I'll save $15. And then you're like, God damn it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. But then tested that. That wasn't working. Nothing would post. So then I tried using a new graphics card that I borrowed from Bloody. Test that, see if the graphics card took shit. And then that wasn't it. And then tried swapping some RAM sticks around, all that other garbage. And that wasn't it. So I was like, oh, cool. It's probably the motherboard. So I just got to replace that. And then also replace the RAM sticks. And then...
Why do you need to replace the RAM sticks?
Because
you can't get DDR3.
Yeah.
Will your processor running on the new one?
My processor was fine, yeah. My processor.
Are you still using that one I sold you?
From forever ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Will
so.
it run that chipset on a bigger board?
No, I need to get a new board, new processor, new RAM. Basically, I need to rebuild the computer. Because
do you need a hug?
The motherboard that to get that motherboard, the same motherboard that I have, it's about $220. Or I can just get one for like 110, and then fucking $60-70 for like a Ryzen 3 and then some new RAM sticks. So pay almost the same amount.
Well, the good news is you
computer.
don't have to go for like ultra high-end components either, because it's a closed case.
It's just gonna be Well, I'm thinking about just getting a different case too.
My sympathy is starting to wane.
Well, because that thing is giant.
Which is fucking convenient.
It's an Alienware case, so all the shit's like.
It is all proprietary.
Yeah.
Fucking Dell shit.
Yeah, so it's.
That's why I want to get rid. I'm thinking about doing a rebuild too, but use the next flow of Trump bucks. Are we getting more Trump money?
That's the word. Yeah, the word is we're getting a second round.
Of it, it's like another 1,700 or however much.
Yeah, however much you got this last time. They're like round 2, which I would be not upset about.
Oh yeah, if I get another one, I'm definitely getting a new. I'll do a whole new build. I'll put all of it into a new build.
Yeah, I won't. I'll pay things off some more.
Fuck it, I don't give a shit. I'm irresponsible.
It hasn't been approved yet, Lolita. I think
it passed the House, but they're saying it probably won't pass the Senate.
Yeah, that.
Trump said he's gonna veto it as well. Whatever, dude. I'll take my money out of his ass. I don't care.
What's funny is some people are like, oh yeah, we'll like, I can definitely see us needing another one of these, just not right now. It's like, then when? Like, if we need it, we need it.
I mean, what's our unemployment rate right now? Like 1 billion %?
You and I are fortunate enough to where we're able to work from home, right? Because if we didn't, I'd be fucked. I know I'd be fucked.
My job put out an email the other day from like official HR. They're like, hey, we noticed that you're all sitting at home and working and nobody's taking time off. Why don't you guys take some time off? I'm like, I'm taking Friday off then. And then I did.
That's awesome.
First things first, I'm taking that off. 14.3%, I think. God, fucking Lux is on it.
Right?
I needed.
They also said that there's supposed to be a raise for essential workers too, for those of us that didn't get to work from home.
What about like non-essential workers that continue to work? How does that work?
Like GameStop?
Yeah, that was funny.
That was funny.
That lasted like a day too, because that hit the news and they're like, "Oh, sorry,
ooh, my bad."
Oh, we look terrible right now. We should probably. And all of our store managers are being arrested.
Nobody's gonna be there to open. Oh, it's funny.
Yeah, Lux said he's taking off Thursday and Friday next week so he can have a 5-day weekend.
I love that. You know what else I loved? I loved working like power shifts.
Oh yeah, you got a 3-day anyway.
Plan my days and then fucking just take 2 days off and have fucking 5-day weekends with just having 2 days off. Ooh, so good. They said $13 on top of your regular pay coming from the government, maxed out at $10K. I'll sure as hell take that and skip and whistle my ass to the bank. Yeah, I would too. I want that. How do they know if you are working from home?
Or if you're essential or not?
I know my company's made it a big deal, so I mean, they know that I work from home. But I mean, how do they differentiate that, you know?
Did I tell you I'm never going back to my office again?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I'm working from home from here on out.
Kitty!
Did you see her walking back there?
Yeah.
Kitty! We're not ever going back.
How'd you get that?
Well, they were like, so it turns out you guys work really well from home. You guys just want to stay?
I think, dude, honestly, I think that's going to be the new normal for a lot of places.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hoping that they do the same thing for us, because as much as I like going into the office, because I like hanging out with my team and Phillips and everybody, this isn't the worst thing in the world, you know? Like,
especially for you, like for your job.
Yeah. Yeah. Most of my days are meetings anyway, that I'm sitting at my desk and doing this, like just fucking on a video chat with. Yeah,
I do. I start work at 9, and then I don't finish my video calls until 1. They're just back to back to back to back.
That's fucking nuts. And then managing a remote team has been interesting, but I was doing that before because I had employees out in California and Washington and whatnot since August, so I have experience doing that at this point. But yeah, man, I hope it stays. I hope it stays this way.
Yeah. Ditto.
Ditto.
Yeah, I'm not going back to the office. They said we will be working from home indefinitely.
That's so dope, man. I'm excited for you.
I'm happy. I hated driving into work.
Driving sucks. Driving's the fucking worst. Especially like, how did you get to work? Like, what freeways did you take?
Just 101.
101? Okay, that's not as bad. I take the 17, which is arguably the worst fucking freeway in the state.
I'll put you eastbound 10, and whenever you're ready.
Eastbound 10 when you're coming home? Or no. Oh, no, yeah, the eastbound 10 is... But the 17 turns into the eastbound 10, which is what I take. So, like, the 17 is the worst by proxy, because that's where I go. So.
For all of our out-of-state viewers that don't exist, enjoy this Phoenix talk. How's your company doing with, like, the pandemic? Like, all things considered.
Is, like, financially?
Altogether. Like, how would you say business has changed for you guys?
Not a lot. I mean, for us, but my team is so compartmentalized outside of the rest of the company, you know? Like, we do our own shit and our own thing. So, I mean, for us, it's been really just business as usual, because, like I said, a lot of our people are already remote, so they're just like, oh, just keep doing what we're doing then? Dope. But I think it's been difficult for some people. Some people, it's like, even on my team, the whole quarantine thing and staying at home thing has, like, really affected them, like, mentally. Like, they're like, I don't know what to do with myself. Like, some of them are need to be around people in order to be productive, and they're stressing out and they have a lot of anxiety because they're so secluded from everybody else, which is really weird. It's like, aren't you a nerd? Fucking,
you talk to people in general?
Yeah.
That seems weird, because I don't think you've ever talked to anyone ever. This is your first time.
I don't even live in the same fucking country.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, I don't have a fucking clue what you're talking about. Okay, Corbeth. So basically the way Phoenix is laid out is really smart. There is a highway that goes right through the middle. That's the 17 that he's talking about. And then we have two loops. You have one that goes
3
right around. Technically 3, but only 2 of them are really used. You have the 101 that goes all the way around from the west side to the east side, just right up around the top. And then you have the 202 that goes down around the bottom. So you can go from one place to the other really easily.
No,
easy to get around. The 303 will take you from the far north to the far south, but you go all the way around, and no one really uses it. I used to use it at my parents' house.
The rest of the state is all set up as a grid. All the roads go north, south, east, west, except for Grand, and fuck that road.
Yeah, that's why Grand should burn.
Yeah, so everything's north, south, east, west, like in that.
And then here comes this one, like boop, 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 all the way through. And there's a bunch of car dealerships there that no one is ever going to use ever again.
Yeah. Nobody's going to use.
I've decided. It has been said.
There. It's called Rusty's, I think.
There's a strip club up there called Rusty's?
I think it's called Rusty's.
That sounds classy.
No, it's actually called Dirty's. It's called Dirty's.
Is it right next to the one called Beef?
Bro, let's transition. Let's get into some of This Week in Dumb.
Let's do it, baby.
Let's
do it, baby.
Because I want to play some games with you, and I want to get some good time in.
Yeah. You want to kick it off with your... How many do you have?
I have two. And actually, give me a second. I think I'm going to go... I think the Wee Baby Smart needs to go potty. So I will be... Right back. Don't you give me that look.
I'm going to get some coffee.
All right, do that. I'll be right back.
6.5 hours later.
1 hour later.
All right. A woman who illegally entered Yellowstone National Park fell into a hot spring while taking pictures and suffered severe burns. So a woman who was not identified entered a national park that's closed due to the coronavirus pandemic on Tuesday. Park officials confirmed in Missoula, Montana. She was backing up to take photos when she fell into a hot spring or hole where hot gases emerged near the Old Faithful geyser. Despite her burns from her fall, she drove 50 miles until being pulled over by park rangers. She was then taken by a helicopter to a hospital in eastern Idaho for treatment.
Wonder what they pulled her over for.
Probably being in the park.
Oh, because it's closed.
Because it's closed, yeah. There it is.
Fucking big brain over here.
Next, a 36-year-old registered sex offender was riding his bicycle on Central Avenue in Albuquerque on the evening on Wednesday evening when he spotted a female officer posing as a prostitute. He approached her and asked how much it would be for a sexual encounter. The pair agreed on a price, but Calderon told the officer that he couldn't pay because he didn't get paid from his job until Friday. He then asked her for her phone number so he could enjoy her services later. The officer noticed that Calderon was carrying a bag from Chili's and asked him what was inside. He told her that it was a cheeseburger. At that point, the officer proposed that her fee could be the cheeseburger instead of cash. He agreed and was promptly arrested for patronizing a prostitute. The burger was seized. The burger was seized and placed into evidence.
Okay. That's fucking insane, first of all. But hang on. Would that actually count as prostitution, though?
Yeah, because you're exchanging sexual services for payment.
That's not payment, though. I think it does. It has to be not only cash, but a specific agreed upon price. I bet he gets off. Literally.
Hey. Yeah, those are my two.
Because, bro, hang on a second. Because if we're fucking getting arrested now for exchanging food for bone,
then everybody that ever went on a date ever is getting arrested.
Yes.
But I think it's specific to like ladies of the night. You know what I mean? Samara agrees.
Arno Prep Man, thank you for the host.
Ooh,
I appreciate you thinking of me.
You looked all verklempt there for a second. I was like, "What is this?"
Oof, some fucking trivium just kicked off, and I'm feeling real good about it.
Ooh, yeah.
What's funny though is because I don't recognize what the sounds mean. I'm just really excited that something's happening. I know the song, but I don't know why it's playing.
Oh, did I tell you that my daughter's cousin is the drummer for Trivium?
The current one or the one that was?
Yeah, the current one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Which daughter?
I thought you would appreciate that.
Fair question.
Well, not these ones.
Well, I know that.
Nani's cousin. Nani and Lily's cousin.
No shit. Give me tickets, dog.
His name is Alex Bent.
Yeah, that's him.
He's very good.
He's
a very good drummer. I've known him since he was like 12.
You actually know him?
Mm-hmm.
You've met the guy?
Yeah, when I lived in California, he was Yeah, I know him. Like, I don't talk to him frequently, but when I lived in California, I was with my kid's mom. We would go visit them a lot.
Trivium's like one of my favorite bands. Did you know that?
I did.
Like top 3.
Yeah. That's why I thought this would be a fun little
How have you never met? Why do you not mention things like this? Okay, hang on. Time out. Do you know anyone else famous?
Off the top of my head, no. No, not that I can think of.
Okay.
I dated that Phoenix Suns cheerleader for a little while.
That doesn't fucking count because she only had one leg.
Yeah.
Are you, was that your 2 stories?
Yeah, those are my 2 stories.
All right.
I told you both of them.
I love that. I wasn't keeping track. All right, here you go. This one's coming from Queensland, which is Australia. A body found in Queensland's Bruce Highway was actually a lifelike doll.
What? Say that again.
A body found on Queensland's Bruce Highway was actually a lifelike doll.
Oh, okay. All right. It's a sex doll.
Anatomically correct. A body in Queensland Highway was, which sparked a police investigation, was actually a doll in a blanket. Police said that the body was discovered on Friday morning south of Bowen in Queensland Whitsunday region. A crime scene was established, and detectives and scientific officers sought to determine what happened. But see, what happened was police revealed on Friday after the body was found to be a lifelike doll.
That's amazing. That's fantastic. Fucking one other one I thought about putting on, but I didn't. Was an artist had made a fleshlight insert to look like Heimlich from A Bug's Life. He's that fat caterpillar. And it showed a picture of it, and I was like, ugh. So you're fucking that big green caterpillar's mouth.
That's hot. Next story. All right, do you remember the story about the guy a week ago? He's like some 5-year-old that stole his parents' car to go to California to buy a Lamborghini with the $3 that he had?
Yeah, I do remember that.
All right, so after a star-studded California weekend, 5-year-old Utah driver back home and grounded indefinitely. So evidently this kid goes out there to go and buy his fucking Lamborghini after he steals his mom's car. And
sure, as you do.
And he is a little chunky monkey, but he was going to go buy his Lamborghini. It turns out Lamborghini heard about this and let him take like a
Power Wheels version.
Nah, they let him like look at Lamborghinis though. They're like, hey, come on out, check it out. This is Lamborghini factory. And then he spent the weekend hanging out with Jamie Foxx, who I'm assuming owns more than one of them. And so now he is back home and grounded for fucking ever.
Yep, sounds about right.
So let's move on.
My kid.
We're gonna move to a news from the BBC. It says armed police called tonight with sword. So the armed police were called after a man dressed as a medieval knight with a 3-foot broadsword was spotted out for his daily exercise. It says 3 members of the firearms unit were sent after a family saw Lennon Thomas, which might be the most British name I've ever heard in my life, walking it in Hander Lake in St. Mellons, Cardiff. The onlooker said that he was confronted at gunpoint and looked shocked when he was told to put down the blade. Mr. Thomas apologized for it. And okay, so let's back up a second. Basically, this guy's out for a jog in a full knight's getup, like armor and everything, but he had a sword.
He's got to cut weight for his LARP match, bro.
Exactly right. He is a Dungeons and Dragons enthusiast who dressed up for the role, and he was trying out a new outfit to see if he could still move and whatnot. Turns out, after his jog, somebody saw him running around with a sword, called the police. The police stop him at gunpoint. He makes a joke that if he was in the United States, he'd already been shot. and the cops laugh and they're like, dude. And he's like, listen, the sword's not even real. It's plastic. So they laughed, took some pictures with him, sent him on his jolly way, bully day. And the cops were, quote, good as gold.
That's awesome. That's heartwarming.
All right, you ready to get to Florida where the crazy shit happens?
Oh,
okay.
Am I ever?
This one is gonna make you feel so good inside because you're like, good, fuck you. So
I love feeling good inside.
Jupiter. This is definitely some justice porn right here. From Jupiter, Florida.
Oh, I read this one. Yep. No, at 100%. But go.
Yeah.
Go.
Jupiter man skeptical of coronavirus gets infected and then changes his opinion. So this is one of those guys that was gonna pray away the virus, and it turns out prayers don't do shit when it comes to
God wasn't listening.
God has left Florida years ago. He is dead, and the Florida governor killed him. And a man who admits he was skeptical that the virus was a real threat has a new outlook after contracting the virus. Around this time last month, Jupiter rideshare driver Brian Hitchens was a self-proclaimed COVID-19 skeptic. He says, I thought it was maybe a government trying something, and it was kind of like they threw it out there to kind of distract us. And he made multiple Facebook posts downplaying the seriousness and sticking to his faith, saying God is bigger than the virus will ever be. And he said, I'd get up every morning and pray and trust in God for his protection, and I just leave it at that. And there were all these masks and gloves, and I thought that just looked like hysteria. And then he said, I actually fast forward to his week at Hitchens, which is the hospital there. It changed his outlook dramatically. He says, I don't want to see anyone go through what I went through.
Yeah, that shit's no joke, man. I have a one of the girls I went to high school with, her husband, who is a doctor, almost died. He was put in a fucking medically induced coma.
Yeah.
He was in the hospital for 55 days to recover from that shit. I'm like, God damn, that sucks. That shit is crazy.
And now his wife, he gave it to his wife. She's on a ventilator, which we don't have any shortage of. And she's been in that for 3 weeks and not doing well. So he potentially just murdered his wife because God doesn't listen to Florida prayers.
That's fantastic.
This Week in Dumb. 2-2.
Bam.
I know you wanted to say it. I'll say it.
Doo-doo-doo.
There it is.
All right, are you ready, buddy?
Is it time?
It's time. It's time for the
Give me
fucking
them
Rotten Tomatoes game.
Rotten Tomatoes game.
So this theme, I may have repeated a movie. Now
It's
that
okay.
I'm thinking about it.
If you did and I realize it, I'll tell you and you can pick a new one.
Okay. I'm
Or
not
we
going
can
to do that.
skip
We'll
it.
just run with it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's just run with it. So you did a list like this within the last few weeks, so I figured, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and give it a run myself.
Do it.
So it is a list of several of my favorite movies.
I am so excited for this right now.
Yeah. They're all real good. I like them a lot, obviously, because they're on this fucking list.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just we'll kick it right off. And this first one, I know you know about because I talk about this movie to anybody who will fucking listen. So a mysterious creature known as Ink steals a child's soul
so
in hopes
good.
of using it as a bargaining chip to join the Incubi, the group of supernatural beings responsible for creating nightmares. Starring fucking absolutely nobody. But Christopher Soren Kelly, Aston Quinn, Hutcher, and Jessica Duffy. I'm talking about 2009's Ink.
Such a great movie. Okay, if everybody who hasn't seen this, which is everybody who's watching this,
Yeah.
find it. I don't even know what it used to be streaming on Netflix. I'm sure it's not
It's
there
not
anymore.
It's not anymore.
You might be able to get it off Amazon Prime
Maybe.
because
But
they go
either
deeper.
way, watch it. It's so
Great
good.
movie. It's a really great movie. I'm gonna say fresh 75%.
75.
Yeah.
It is indeed fresh. What the hell? There we go. But not at 75%, man.
Yeah.
It's not 75% fresh.
74?
It is. No, it is actually 100% fresh.
No, it
It's
isn't.
a perfect 100.
Does
Yeah.
it have one review?
It had 7, I think, 6 or 7. Is there a minimum it needs?
I mean, if it has a rating, it counts.
It does have a rating.
I am
7
so
critics
so
gave it
pleased.
a perfect 100. Yeah,
They all
because
liked it,
that's-
is what they're saying.
Yeah. It's very, very good. I love it. I love the movie, man. And for those of you in chat who haven't seen it, definitely go do.
Which is
Go do
everyone.
that. Yeah.
Ink
nobody's
is
seen
a
this movie.
great movie.
It was so Ink is one of those movies that I found on Netflix when Netflix had like hidden gems.
Yeah.
But when it wasn't super big, Netflix wasn't a real big
No,
thing. It was
this was like-
just coming out. And,
Yes, brand new. Nobody had
yeah.
Netflix yet.
And the streaming part of it, like most people who had Netflix got it for the sending in and back and forth movies, right? The DVDs. And then you paid a little extra for the streaming portion of it, if
It was
I
like
remember right.
$2 to get streaming. Like it was
Yeah.
the minuscule part of it.
Yeah. And I remember looking on, and I went on when Netflix first came out, and I started rating every movie that I had seen. Like I remember I spent hours and hours rating just movies and shows, and it's when it had
I did too.
I gave it between 1 to 5 stars, and it back then the algorithms that Netflix had gave me a lot of really good movies that I hadn't seen or wouldn't have heard of otherwise.
Based off of what you would put in there, it would then recommend you movies that were similar.
So good back in the day.
Oh,
now
it was great.
It's less complex. It's thumbs up, thumbs down. It's like,
yeah.
But yeah, the ink was fantastic. There weren't really a whole lot of fun facts, but it was one of my favorite movies, so I put it in here. But according to the director's commentary, this is a movie about different worlds. The dream world has blurry edges or has images or people randomly mixed in, just like dreams. The incubus world is green tinted. The storyteller's world is gold tinted. The real world is clear. Storytellers and incubi can enter the real world, but can only interact with people through dreams. Which is that's the movie.
It was absolutely incredible. 100% is not at all shocking. I just thought that somebody would shit on it.
Yeah, no, it was
because they never heard of it. It will make you feel things. It was great.
Yeah, I remember I watched this, and I was a fairly new dad at the time.
Yeah. Oh, you definitely felt it then.
I watched it, and I'm like,
you get back in there. There was a bug in my eye, and I was trying to suffocate him.
Gotta drown that little bastard. But yeah, it's very good. So next up, a rescue crew in space comes to investigate and, if possible, rescue a government spaceship gone missing for 7 years. When they board the ship, they learn that the ship has been somewhere beyond space and brought something back with it that is an unspeakable evil.
Yeah, that's a great movie too.
Starring Sam Neill and Lawrence Fishburne and several other people.
Morpheus.
I'm speaking of 1997's Event Horizon.
Great fucking movie. You know what drives me fucking crazy about this movie too? Is that scene, you know, the one where it's like the video recording of what they had when it blurred away. Yeah. And there was like, that was a super cut down because it was way too fucked up for anyone to actually put it in a movie. And that cut is gone to the test of time. Like somebody lost it or recorded over it.
Well, yeah, they lost it, and then they found it, but it was stored incorrectly, so it was unwatchable. So it was like they have it.
They ruined it.
It can't be restored.
Yeah.
So it's essentially
fucking
doesn't exist.
Refilm it. I want to see that so bad. Don't you want to?
When it first came out, it was NC-17. They had to cut it out because of that scene.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, I want to see the NC-17 version.
Yeah, I know. Fuck them for fucking that up. Ugh, I'm angry. Okay.
Right? The bitches.
I would assume this one probably didn't do as well as Ink. So I'm going to say probably Rotten. I would love to be wrong at 50%.
50?
Yeah.
No, you are correct that it is rotten, as a matter of fact, and it is rotten a lot. It's real rotten.
Oh, that sucks.
An abysmal 27%.
But it wasn't that bad. It was a good movie.
It was a good movie. The critics said it started off real strong, but then committed to just standard horror tropes. So it wasn't.
Who gives a shit? Standard horror tropes are great.
I liked it a lot.
Why are they the way that they are?
Why are I don't know. But
here's I'm gonna have a hard time on this game too, because all of the movies that you love, I love too, because we share a brain, and when they get shit on, I'm gonna get mad.
Oh, I threw a curveball in there. Like it's the very last one, and you'll get it.
I'm so sorry. Continue.
No, you're fine. So the script originally described the gateway machine as a smooth and featureless black orb, nearly 33 feet in diameter, suspended in midair between large rotating mechanical arms. It also was said to contain a stable black hole within it at all times, which the ship used as a power source, as opposed to briefly creating a temporary one. Paul Anderson decided to redesign it to involve interlocking circles as an homage to the puzzle box in Hellraiser, which served as an inspiration to the film.
Hellraiser was great. All right.
I loved Hellraiser. All right, next. A former boxer turned drug runner lands in a prison battleground after a deal gets deadly. Starring Vince Vaughn, Don Johnson, and Jennifer Carpenter. Talking about 2017's Brawl in Cell Block 99.
I've never seen this.
So good. Oh man, it's very grindhousey. Like
no
as far
shit.
as the effects go, and it's ultra violent, like very violent. It's real good. So the story is Jennifer Carpenter is Vince Vaughn's wife. She cheats on him. They realize that their marriage is in trouble, so they do what any other struggling couple decides to do. They have a kid, and so she's pregnant. And he, in order to support their family, he goes back to drug running. And this movie is actually where I got when people ask me how I'm doing, and I say south of great, north of cancer. It's from this movie.
I love that.
It's so good. But yeah, and Vince Vaughn is fucking phenomenal.
Vince Vaughn?
It's just the whole thing. Yeah, it's so, but not typical Vince Vaughn, like dramatic Vince Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just real good. And Don Johnson's in it, and he's a fucking asshole, and it's great. Oh, it's so good. But anyway, a deal goes bad, and then the people who went bad with end up abducting his wife and say that he needs to kill somebody in prison, but it's in a prison that's really tough to get to. So he goes to regular prison, and then he has to start fighting people like guards and prisoners to stay in prison in order to save his wife, so that he can get access to this dude. So yeah, it shows him annihilating fucking other people in order to get in hard prison, and it's just real good.
It's super gory.
Yes.
Very violent.
Yes.
But it's star-studded.
It is.
That could go either way.
Hmm. Sure can.
Rotten 40%.
40?
Yeah.
It is actually fresh and certified so
Awesome.
at 91%.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, there went my game.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, dude, it's.
I just crossed 100 right there with that. All right, next film. Oh, give me some stats, bro. Give me something fancy.
So it's there's a scene where after Vince Vaughn learns that his wife cheated on him,
Yeah.
he destroys a Toyota Celica with his hands, and he really did that. The car parts were real, and were set up in a way to where he couldn't hurt himself badly, but he was legitimately punching pieces off of a Toyota Celica. And it's a good 3 minutes of him just punching a car and smashing windows and shit with his hands. It's like, fuck, this is so good. I like it a lot. And it's it took a little bit of inspiration from the Divine Comedy, like Dante's Inferno. Because Bradley Thomas, Vince Vaughn's character, has to get himself to the area of the prison with the highest security in cell block 99 by fighting other inmates and guards, which guarantees he'll never get out of prison. He does this to save his wife, which can be compared to Dante's journey to the ninth circle of hell to save his wife.
Huh, the more you know.
Mm-hmm. All right, next film. A punk rock band is forced to fight for survival after witnessing a murder at a neo-Nazi skinhead bar. Starring Anton Yelchin, which is actually his last movie before he died, and Sir Patrick Stewart. Talking about 2015's Green Room.
Didn't see this either.
Really?
Yeah, you're fucking batting 50 right now. I don't know anything about it, so let's just say we'll say Patrick Stewart's in it.
Patrick Stewart's in it, yes.
Can't be that bad then. Fresh 75%.
Okay.
Stabbing in the wind. I don't know.
It is fresh, and certified so. Also, at 91%. That's 2 in a row at 91. This one is also ultra violent. not ultra violent, not grindhousey violent, but it's very violent. Like there's a scene where they're just beating somebody to death with their fists.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, this one does.
Yeah. Real good though. And Patrick Stewart plays a Nazi, which is
Wow. Well, how about that?
so good. Like an old, like he's the head Nazi in charge. It's real good. And actually, my fun fact includes him. Sir Patrick Stewart said in an interview that when he finished reading the script at his country home in England, it was so terrifying that he locked up his house, turned on the security system, and poured himself a scotch. He then knew that he wanted to play the Darcy Banker role because a character that horrifying would be an incredible challenge and make for a compelling movie. So he did, and it was.
I love how
Here we are.
like how Sir Patrick is just fucking all over the road.
Yeah.
He's fucking Jean-Luc Picard, American Dad.
Right. I love that he's an
Macbeth.
American Dad. Like he has such a good like his fucking sense of humor is just fucking spot on. It's so good.
Hit me with that last movie, baby girl.
All right, last movie. All right. At the age of 21, Tim discovers he can travel in time and change what happens and has happened in his own life. His decision to make his world a better place by getting a girlfriend turns out not to be as easy as you might think. Starring Domhnall Gleeson, Rachel McAdams, and Bill Nighy, and younger Margot Robbie. I'm talking about 2013's About Time.
I haven't seen this either.
Really? Holy
And
shit.
you were like, have you seen Event Horizon? And then you hit me with these three fucking curveballs. I fucking own Event Horizon on multiple formats. And then you just hit me with a movie I've already forgotten the name of.
About Time.
Thanks.
It's a rom-com. It's real good though.
I can't
like
wait to hit you with movies that I've never fucking heard of next week. You're gonna pay big.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, hey, have you seen this? And you're gonna be like, yep. And then I'm gonna strike it. Like, well, it's out then. All right.
I thought you may have seen this one. The other two I know I've told you about Brawl in Cell Block 99, so that's your fault for not having taken me up on actually going and watching that.
Bro, I'm too busy watching Quantico right now and Bad Boys 2 on repeat, all right?
And Battle Los Angeles.
I fucking love Battle LA, man. That's such a good movie. When Hector's dad dies, I always fucking cry every single time.
Right?
I'm like, why? Why'd they have to kill him? He's one of my favorite actors. Fuck, I don't know. Rotten 25%. Fuck that movie.
No, it's fresh.
Oh, shock.
It was fresh at 43%. Or not 43, I'm sorry. It was fresh at 68%, so you got 43 on it. Despite the film being set in England, none of the three actors who play the main love interests in the film are actually English. Domhnall Gleeson is Irish, Rachel McAdams is Canadian, and Margot Robbie is Australian. Which, you know, not a bad list of love interests. But yeah, it's real good. It's
What was my
basically
score?
this guy focuses and then he can go back in time and change stuff. But he finds out, so he ends up having kids with his wife, and he goes back to visit his dad who died and changes something, and then he comes back and he has a different set of kids because he modified something different. And his, like, all the males in the family can do this time travel thing. So his dad teaches him about it on his 21st birthday.
Yeah, I know the movie now that you're talking.
Do you? Okay. So yeah, then he goes back to his dad and he tells his dad it's the last time that he can see him because he doesn't want to change his kids. And then him and his dad just have a fucking day together, and it's like, oh god, okay. But yeah,
I'm never gonna watch that movie.
you should. It's very good.
You know, I'm gonna watch Bad Boys 2 again and then send you screenshots of it repeatedly out of spite. Like, look what I'm not watching right now, and this is gonna be Will Smith the whole time.
He ain't getting away from us that easy. We ride together. die together. Bad boys for life.
Ah, man. All right, let's see. So, tough run today, man. Let's see. I'm gonna have to pull out a calculator for this.
There's gonna be some carrying.
Mm-hmm. Uh, 168, a smooth 168.
Kept it under 200.
Good job.
Goal met.
There it is. Yeah, fucking, and that's the game.
And there we go.
That's the day.
Let's bring it home so that we can play games for a couple hours.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Give me something wholesome. Let me feel it in my heart.
I will. So we were just broing out today. I hope you guys take the opportunity in these trying times to fucking bro down with your bros or broettes, broads, whatever. However you want to
Just say
that.
broads. I'm gonna give you a fedora next week.
But yeah, fucking what's all up, dude? Fucking yeah, fucking I have been SuttySmash, giving you guys nothing but fucking love. Thank you for being here with us.
And I'm Bloody the Elf, reminding you to keep it Aussie. I feel like that was one of the easiest podcasts we've ever done.
It wasn't difficult. There was no show prep needed.